Hi folks, Gabor speaks. Today about how modern politics completely destroyed discussion culture. And to really explain that, I want to go back to the very beginnings to actually ancient Greek times, when all those Greek elders and statesmen, they were at the agora, right, discussing really important issues. For example, oh my God, the Spartans attacking, what the hell are we doing? Or the Persians, or there was a flood somewhere, or the livestock was gone. A lot of different issues. And this is what they called politics, discussing state affairs. Now, the state was the polis, hence the name politics, right? So that discussing whatever is connected to the polis, to the city-state, right? To find solutions for problems. That was back then. Now, it's all about power. And what is lost while seeking power, I think, is the people. Because nothing seems to be really expensive for now a politician to win. It doesn't really matter what is the cost. So what is it that they are doing? Like what I was talking about is that they are dividing the people. They are dividing the people by trying to win, right? Because that's the best way to win, to make the other side look as horrible as possible, even if the difference is not so big between the two sides. And this is the reason why politics looks like football so much, because all they are concentrating on is winning. And what doesn't matter at all is the solution of a certain problem that considers the state or the country or the nation, whatever you call it. And this is just, yeah, I think horrible. But how do they achieve it? How do they achieve it? Because that's the point that I want to talk about. It is through mainstream media. Now, of course, there is a lot of mainstream media bashing, but it's only concentrating on one side. But mainstream media is same, essentially. They say maybe different things, but the style is exactly the same. And what is it that they are using? I think they use firstly lies. They're lying a lot. Just to give you an example, there are, for example, opinions that are stated as facts. Like when you are saying that the globe is warming, and scientists agree with that. Scientists agree that the globe is warming and men are the cause of this warming. Well, what is true from my readings is that scientists agree that the globe is warming. What they don't really agree on, however, and they just put this sentence to the other, that it's actually caused by man. Of course, we have an effect on it, but what is this effect? No one really knows. But so, this is one opinion as presented as fact. And of course, there are deliberate lies, there are fake news, there's bots that are just shitting out fake news 24/7 for you to read them. So the only somewhat reliable sources, I guess, this is what my diplomat friend said, the old sources, like for example Reuters, right? So that they still have some sort of spine, I guess, right? So that they still take journalism somewhat seriously. And the second thing is that they are doing is that they try their best to depict the other side as the villain, as the complete enemy, if they have some sort of kindness inside them, then maybe the other side is just retarded. Yeah, so they're not evil. They don't want to be evil. They just retarded, right? So this is how, for example, the right has become bigots, fascists, etc. The leftists, they become faggots, communists, etc. Right? If somebody a bigot, a faggot, a communist, then you don't have to debate them because they are just shit people, right? So it's very easy just to say that I am right, because look at the other side, those people. And this is everywhere in the mainstream media. The deliberate alienation of the other side. And this is causing huge harms. This is, I think, one of the main reasons why we cannot really debate with each other or discuss with each other, because once we present an opinion that is supposed to belong to one side, it doesn't really matter if it's true. It doesn't really matter if it helps to find a solution. All it matters, does it support my party to win or not? If it doesn't, it's useless. If it is useful. I take it in, and it doesn't matter really what problems it solves or doesn't. I take it. And the third thing is that none of the sides claim responsibility for anything, but absolutely nothing. It's always the fault of the other side, right? There is a problem. Oh my God, coronavirus suddenly struck and healthcare is in ruins. What is it that I could have done? Jesus Christ. It was the Democrats, it was the liberals, it was the Tories, it was the. Yeah, always the other side. Not me. Come on, I'm just, I'm ruling the country. Like, what the fuck it is that I can do? Right. So that is pretty bad. Because yeah, taking responsibility, I think it's a really important factor to really be in control and to be able to change something. So I think these are the things to consider. These lies, not to believe anyone, always do our own research and treat the other side as if they were, well, actual human beings, which they actually are, and to take actually responsibility if we make or do a mistake. I think these are the very basics in order to change this non-existing discussion or very low discussion culture that has been permeated the whole world pretty much. And after this topic, I think I'm ready to discuss topics like coronavirus, for example. That is very important nowadays. Coronavirus and then economics, of course. Because this is what I ultimately think, that if you don't deal with the issues of your country, then somebody else is going to deal with these issues instead of you and make a decision for you. And that's not really great. So stay tuned for more, folks. Be right back.